Hi everyone, welcome back to Soul's Journey, and I'm going to do a VR today to Toadstool Tarot, Major Favorites. And I'm not in my usual space because thanks to the coronavirus, I am working from home for a couple of weeks. I'm not sick, but my company has let everyone who decides they need to work from home, so my entire department is out and I would be like the only person there, so I just schlepped all my stuff home, so I've got work computer and monitor and all that stuff set up in my usual place where I record videos. So anyway, I have a lot of decks to get through here. You know, I can never choose just one card. So I'm going to set my little timer to make sure I don't run too long with this. Let's see. Okay. No. I think I want the stopwatch, right? Okay. All right, here we go. So, first up, the Fool. So I've got two choices for this, as I have for most of the cards. First one is the Fool from the Last Unicorn Tarot. We've got Schmendrick the Magician there, heading out into the unknown. Not sure where he's going, but he's going anyway. I'm going to try to keep commentaries to a minimum to keep this to a reasonable length. Honorable mention. This is from the Wildwood Tarot. It's called The Wanderer. And I always kind of like this one because you can't tell if it's a man or a woman, or I mean, it could be either. So sorry if you hear a lot of background noise, but it's, you know, in the middle of the day, and so everybody's got landscapers going through and clearing their yards and mowing and whatnot. Maybe someday. Okay, so for the Magician, I chose the Shaman from the Wildwood. Is that focusing? Come on. There we go. I like him because he's just different, you know, it's not the usual high magic going on. It's a very earthy kind of magic. And honorable mention from the Star Tarot. Oh, and it's so shiny, it's just, I don't know if it's going to focus. I like this depiction. I think it's beautiful. Okay. And, oh, and third, for when you're in a creepy mood, the Magician from the Bohemian Gothic, because he's just too fun. He's just all weird and wonderful there. Okay, so on to the High Priestess, and my old favorite from the Robin Wood, because she was the first really pagan priestess I ever saw in a tarot deck. And number two, and these really are kind of even, the High Priestess from the Last Unicorn, Lady Amalthea. It's just so beautiful. And the Empress I chose from the Victorian Romantic. You can see the cold foil stamping on this. It's just so beautiful. She's just like the quintessential mother, and everything around her is just lovely. And number 5 for the Hierophant, again to the Wildwood Tarot. The Ancestor, it's called. And again, I like the non-traditional, more pagan, earthy-based spirituality there. And for a more traditional, again from the Victorian Romantic, because he looks like the old rabbi teaching. It's just a beautiful card, beautiful artwork. And for the Lovers, of course, we have two choices again. For a more traditional depiction, I like this one from the Star Tarot from Kathy McClellan's deck. Oh, sorry about that glare. I've got a window straight across from me, so. And then this one from the Victorian Romantic from Baba Studios. I hope the light's okay. I've got every light I can on in here. And for the Chariot, I picked from the Touchstone Tarot. And for Strength, this is probably my all-time favorite Strength card from the Bohemian Gothic. I like the way she's just sort of resting on the lion there. And then from the Star Tarot, it's such a beautiful card. And they're just standing together. For the Hermit, I've got 3. How are we doing on time? Oh, not too bad. So from the Star Tarot, just such a gorgeous, gorgeous card. He's got the owl there. And then from the Touchstone Tarot, it's like St. Francis with all the animals. I don't know if that's who this is depicting actually. I didn't look in the book. And then from the Wildwood, the Hooded Man. And he's got his owl. So all the 3 of them have animals, and it's very connected to nature. I like those. And then for the Wheel of Fortune, back to the Bohemian Gothic. I like the fortune teller there reading cards for the querent, telling her fortune. And then the Touchstone Tarot for a more traditional depiction. And third place, a very unusual depiction for the wheel from the Wildwood Tarot. And on to Justice from the Star Tarot. I'm kind of holding it on an angle. I hope you can see it. I'm trying to get the glare off it. And then also from the Touchstone Tarot. For the Hanged Man, this is absolutely one of my all-time favorite cards in any deck from the Wildwood Tarot. It's called the Mirror. I hope you can see it. Maybe this wasn't such a great place to do this. Death, I think nobody is going to be surprised. My Death card from the Anna Kay that I love and adore. Temperance. Oh, I love this card, Bohemian Gothic. I don't know if it's the colors, like the purpley pinks and stuff, but just so beautiful. And then second place for a more traditional depiction from the Star Tarot. Very colorful. Is it focusing? There we go. And for the Devil, to no one's surprise, from the Hidden Realms, because I just love him. And the Tower, I like, this is from The Last Unicorn. Is it focusing? I think we got it. So it's like the unicorns are running away. They're done with that tower, let it come down, they are out of there. Putting it behind them. I like that. And for the star, again, we go to the last unicorn because this is just too pretty. Come on. I don't know if it's focusing. I will try to edit so you can see. I love this deck so much. And very similar to it, from the new Mythical Creatures Tarot from Baba Studios, another unicorn. And then for a more traditional depiction, back to the Star Tarot. Ugh, that glare, jeez. And for the moon, back to the Wildwood Tarot. The moon on water. For the sun, I think it's got to be this one from the Witch's Tarot from Fergus Hall, the 007 Tarot. I cannot help but laugh every time I look at that card. That is like the goofiest sun card I have ever seen. And I think we'll skip those two and on to Judgment. The Great Bear from the Wildwood. In second place, more traditional, sort of, kind of, from the Victorian Romantic. Just gorgeous. And for the world, Bohemian Gothic. I love this. I had this as the background on my phone for the longest time. I just love it. So beautiful. And then second place, again from the last Unicorn Tarot. I don't think that's focused. There we go. And then, I haven't seen anybody do this, but Happy Squirrel from the Touchstone Tarot. Had to throw that in there. Okay, so 11 minutes, not too bad. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. Blessed be.